It's time for the talking to stop and the fighting to start. This should be good. I'm Todd Grisham. Next to me, of course, is Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine,
Introducing. Here comes the Bronx Bull, Jake LaMotta. Here comes.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing.
And this one has all of those big fight feels. We're expecting an all-action slugfest. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. The straight right just misses. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Are we about to see Kell Brook go down? I thought we were going to see the finish there.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
That punch landed. So much hype surrounding this big matchup as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
This is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a build-up.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Brook in that last round. At this point, you've got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think.
Okay, I like that.
And there's the bell for round 2. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Incredible work rate. So much for being a good sport here. They're going to taunt. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Nope, that hook won't score. Swing and a miss with that hook. There's a counter shot. Well done with that counter shot. Nice counter. Massive blow, and down goes Kell Brook. We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
Talk about rooking that last round. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's going to be we just saw.
You're being put down, you've got to think right.
The bell rings and we start the third. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
How about that technique on that headshot? Let's see it again and appreciate it more.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You are right.
The referee says they can continue, but how much more do they have left?
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
Good counter punching. And he scores with the counter. Need to pick things up here in the second half of the round.
It's that forever hope. Remember the fight at Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points up until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to put it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
That counter punch caught him clean. Good counter punch. How about that time counter shot? Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. That big hook doesn't land. Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. Oh, the Raging Bull in real trouble. LaMotta in that last round. Beaten, bruised, and battered, but somehow he's still in it. Back at it in round 4. A perfect counter lands. And that hook misses. They drop their guard, they get caught. A straight right just misses. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. That right hook won't score. They exchange punches. Ooh, the Raging Bull just got clipped, and the Raging Bull is down. And you can see here on the replay a perfect body shot, and he dropped like a loose suit.
That's lights out right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You still win a fight.
The referee deems they can continue, but this might be a big mistake.
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels. Look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. Then he's out of there.
That punch lands. Beautiful counter shot. He wasn't ready for that counter punch. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. Let's talk about LaMotta in that last round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
Can make or break a fighter.
He's starting to make mistakes and he's switching.
Yes, I like that round. Good round. You feel good? You stay focused now.
Back on the job. Get back out there and win the round.
On to the fifth we go. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not gonna happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Catch and shoot. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. It just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Nice counter shot. Misses with the straight left. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
He threw a punch and just got countered. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. A perfect counter shot. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about brooking that last round. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have.
This is when you talk about championship.
It's a tough.
There's the bell to start round 6. How much is left in their tank after last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right.
Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. The Raging Bull is dazed. A true champion knows how to get out of trouble after they got into trouble, and it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough, tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Nice counter shot. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is the heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. Do you know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous? That is what writes our history books.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Blink and you miss it. Good thing we can watch that all over again.
I've got to see that again.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Are you okay?
It looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. The fighter's vision is paramount, and the referee may stop it here. The referee determines that we're good, and we will continue to fight. Let's talk about LaMotta in that last round. Let's see how the corner handles their fighter here.
Have you got companies?
Here we go, it's round 7. They barely survived the last round after 2 knockdowns. Let's see what happens here.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'd be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they...
How about that technique back on that headshot. Let's see it again and appreciate it more.
Wet.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.
Well, there's no argument right there. You say it. Night-night.